the calculation of moment of resistance for T-beams, IS 456 has recommended few equations in clause number G 2.1, page number 96. As per this clause, the T-beam sections can be divided into three types. The case 1, when the neutral axis is within the depth of flange, this section shall be treated as rectangular section. This clause is given in G.2.1 in page number 96. There is second case where neutral axis is exactly equal to limiting neutral axis. In the IS code book, it is not mentioned that limiting neutral axis is equal to neutral axis, but the clause number G2.2 refers it is a balanced section, because if you take a look of the equation in G2.2, XU max is there. Whenever you have XU max, it refers that you are calculating the limiting moment of resistance, and the equations for this is divided into two types. One is if XU max equals to XU, which is greater than DF, and DF by D is less than or equals to 0.2. There is another equation continuation to this, which is XU max equals to XU, which is greater than DF, and DF by D is greater than 0.2. This is given in clause number 2.1, and this is given in clause number 2.2, where 2.2.1, where you need to substitute YF instead of DF. This section refers to balanced section. There is case 3. In case 3, when XU max is more than XU is more than DF, this section refers to under reinforced section. In under reinforced section, we have two types, that is when XU max is greater than XU greater than DF, and when DF by XU is less than or equals to 0.43. In code book, this is given in clause number 2.3 as DF by 2 shall not be more than 0.43, which means it is less than or equals to. The same case when XU max is greater than XU greater than DF, when DF by XU is greater than 0.43, there is given. So in both of these cases, it is to be noted, for this case you have to use clause number 2.2 equation, and for this clause you can use 2.3.1 equation. Only the change is you have to substitute XU in place of XU max. In the analysis of T-beam, if XU is within the depth of the flange, you have to assume that it is a rectangle section, and you can use clause number 1.1 equation. Clause number 1.1 you can use in order to calculate the moment of resistance. If limiting neutral axis is given and if the value of XU is greater than DF, then this shall be treated with the balanced section. And if this is a balanced section, you have two conditions. According to that, the moment of resistance given in clause number 2.1 and 2.2.1, you have to use the moment of resistance equations. And if Xu max is greater than Xu max and greater than df, then you have to use subsequent equations as said in the clause. So, in order to calculate the moment of resistance of T-beam, you need to calculate the neutral axis equation, which is even given in clause number 1.1.a. Then you need to calculate the limiting neutral axis, which is given in clause number 38.1, page number 70. Then you should compare the results with df, which is provided in the equation, and choose appropriate equation for moment of resistance calculation. In this video, we will discuss about the steps required in order to design the T-beam. Okay. In step number 1, assume Xu equals to df and calculate mu1 using this equation 0.36 fck df into d minus 0.42 df. In step number 3, compare mu1 to mud. Mud is the given design moment, mu1 is the calculated moment of resistance for the given section. Now, if this means, then your neutral axis lies inside the flange, that is Xu is less than or equal to df. If this is acceptable, then reinforcement is given by mu equals to mud equals to 0.87 fy ast d minus 1 minus fy by fck ast by bf by d. You can directly calculate this still. But what if this condition is not satisfied? Step number 3. If mu1 is less than mud. So what we do is we will first assume the breadth of flange, effective depth, and we calculate moment of inertia. It is a design, it is in our hands. So we will compare with the design moment. If this condition is there, we can directly calculate the AST. If this condition is not satisfied, like this, then your neutral axis will not lie in the flange, it will lie in the web. So as we have discussed, with the neutral axis in the web, you have to decide whether it is within the 3 by 7th of Xu or 4 by 7th of Xu. If it is within the 3 by 7th of Xu, which means that the entire concrete section is taken as a rectangle section. If it is 4 by 7th of Xu, then you have to take partly rectangle, partly parabola. So we will consider the effective stress area as depth as YF, which we have discussed in previous class. It is also given in clause number J.2.2.1. As we will assume for our calculation that Xu is exactly equal to 7.3 df, which is df by Xu is within the rectangular portion. Then this should be able to give you to calculate the moment of resistance, which is given in clause number G2.2, where XU max is replaced with XU. 1 minus 0.42 by XU by D into FCK VW D square plus 0.45 FCK VF minus VW into DF to D minus DF by 2. In step number 4, if mu2 should be compared with the design moment, that is, if XU is less than or equal to 7 by 3 times of df, then you can compute ASW. ASW is area of steel in web. So from web forces, it is given as CUW equals to TUW. This is given by 0.36 FCK XU into DW equals to 0.87 F5 ASW. From this, ASW can be calculated as 0.36 FCK BW XU divided by 0.87 Fy. From flange forces, that is CUF equals to TUF, which is given by 0.45 FCK BF minus BW into DF equals to 0.87 F by ASF. ASF can be calculated as 0.45 FCK BF minus BW into DF divided by 0.87 Fy. Total area of steel is given by ASW plus ASF. Only if this condition is satisfied, that is, when moment of inertia of section is less than design moment and when the XU is greater than 7 by 3rd of df. In step number 5, when mu2 is less than MUD, or when MU2 is greater than MUD and when XU is less than 7 by 3rd of df, we have to follow trade and error method. Why? Because exact value of XU is not known, so we have to assume a neutral axis and we have to proceed, which we will discuss while doing the problem. But in the design of the problem, we will not design the section such that it will come to step number 5. We will design the section such that it will be in step number 4, and more oftenly we will use all the equations which are given in clause number. More oftenly we will use the equations which are given in code book page number 96, clause number G2.2, 2.2.1 and 2.3. Other than these 3 equations we will not do anything. All of the equations, all of the values are given there. We will do one analysis problem and we will do one design problem.